Coming up today on YOLO, Texas.
This is the first impression to the customer, and that is make them feel like they're in Texas.
This is what we do, and we love big thrill machines.
Yes, this is a thrill machine.
Look how dangerous I am.
Join us on our trip across Texas.
One of the big drawing cards for this place and many others around this area is heritage tourism. Heritage tourism is one of the biggest and best growing industries in the world.
So this is the lobby. It's great.
Yeah, this is the first impression to the customer, and that is make them feel like they're in Texas.
There's no doubt you guys were successful in that. You got a gigantic Texas flag.
Right.
I love this quote here.
Yeah, that's from Crockett's last letter that we know of to his family. He wrote it in January of 1836. People say when they come up to the front desk, they just have that feel. You know?
Yeah, do not be uneasy about me. I am among my friends.
Yeah.
That's so good.
So here, we wanted to get that sacred ground feel that, you know, the Battle of the Alamo is not over there, it's all around here, including on this spot. And so, but it's also, we got the El Camino Real, one of the oldest highways in Texas. People need to know they're on sacred ground.
And then what about this installation here?
Well, this was a lot of fun because we wanted to give people a sense that he was more than just a frontiersman. He was a statesman, he was a congressman, and colonel of militia, and he did all these different things. But the best title of all is, of course, the Lion of the West.
Yeah, love that one.
And people love this.
Yeah.
It's just give people a feeling of authenticity when they walk in.
What is it people need to know about the Crockett Hotel? What's the history of this building?
Well, first of all, it was built in 1909. But more than that, this location, it plays a huge role in Texas history and including the Battle of the Alamo. We're on the battlefield here. What a lot of people don't realize is this location sits on the El Camino Real. This road, Bonham Street, used to be called Nacogdoches Road, is one of the oldest highways in Texas. Actually, it's about 300 years old now.
So the hotel itself looks like it's been updated quite a bit.
There are several areas that went through transformation. And transformation can only happen through agreement of like parties. And we had three major parties all come together to make this thing happen. And we felt that the first thing was to establish a sense of place. Here's what research has always told us about why people come here to San Antonio, especially around Alamo Plaza. People are after uniqueness.
And San Antonio really has a lot of deep history. What is it about the San Antonio history for you that you find so attractive?
Well, actually, the more I delve into it, you know, and not just the Texas Revolution period, but all of it, it becomes more and more interesting. And because it's a melting pot, I always call this place a collision course of cultures. And I've enjoyed it because the collision of ideas and concepts of languages and culture itself, you know, and so it's nice mingling here, and people need to embrace it.
Do you know much about the tavern, what went into building that?
I think they got a great selection here. The food is fantastic. Yeah, everything is really delicious.
We have our signature beast burger here. This is a combination of wagyu beef, antelope, elk, and wild boar. It's 25% of each, makes up a fantastic burger. You can see the size of this one. It's a full 8 ounces. We're gonna make our signature appetizer, fried green tomatoes. 3 parts to this, flour, then buttermilk, and then we're gonna dredge them in a little bit of a flour and cornmeal mixture. There it is. It looks great, huh?
Well, Crockett Tavern, we took over the old spot with Ernie's. When we looked in toward the space, we really wanted to do justice for the Alamo and the history, the fact that this spot is historically significant. It's been here for well over 100 years, and it's so close to the battle, and it's so close to the history of everything about the Alamo stands for. But there's a lot of cool, true, authentic things that we've kind of put together, the components of this bar to make it special.
What was the kind of impetus for the specific, like just kind of Western theme? Was there anything that you and your partners considered when you came into here? Was it obvious as soon as you walked in?
Well, we definitely knew it wanted to be Western, it wanted to be Alamo, it wanted to be Davy Crockett. So we actually met with the people from the Alamo, and they gave us tours of all the different facilities, and we took a lot of the components with our engineers and our architects. We continue to have improvements to the idea.
Well, it's like 100 degrees out right now, so I'm super appreciative of how cold this beer is. Is y'all's clientele a good mixture of people who are visiting the area and people who are staying here?
Yeah, so it's a combination of locals and transients and people that work downtown as well. So,
I was blown away at how easy access it was. I mean, I was right in front of the Alamo. You step right inside.
The new museum, it's going to be done here at the end of the year, and be literally directly across the street. So I think a lot of people that have enjoyed the Alamo, and when they finish, they can walk right across here and get a cold beer.
Yeah, no, cheers to that, man.
Yeah.
Well, great work on putting this together. Love the space.
Something else that's really interesting too, we became really good friends with the CEO and curator of the Western Museum of Art of Kerrville, Texas. And so they've got a great facility up north, and they've been generous enough to give us some really great authentic pieces of art on loan.
Oh yeah.
The picture behind me is a 17-foot mural, hand-painted of the Battle of the Alamo, and that's actually owned by the museum.
Oh wow.
And that's on permanent loan here at the property. This place is different, it's special, and I think it's going to be here for a very long time and really pay homage and do what's right for the city and for the Alamo and for people that come down here.
Well, cheers to that, man.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate the time. Thanks.
My pleasure.